Today, we're going to tell you a little about arts-based research practice. As stated by Patricia Levy, arts-based research practices are a set of methodological tools used by researchers across the disciplines during all phases of social research, including data generation, analysis, interpretation, and representation. These emerging tools adapt the tenets of creative arts in order to address social research questions in holistic and engaged ways in which theory and practice are intertwined. Arts-based research practices draw on literary writing, music, dance, performance, visual art, film, and other mediums.
Gerber's philosophy of ABR, as cited by Levy, suggests that this practice recognizes that art has always been able to convey truths or bring about awareness of both knowledge of the self and others, recognizes the use of arts as critical in achieving self and other knowledge, values pre-verbal ways of knowing, and includes multiple ways of knowing such as sensory, kinesthetic, and imaginary.
To position ABR as a research methodology, in qualitative research praxis, the meaning-making process occurs as an iterative process, not a linear one, and meaning emerges through labeling, identifying, and classifying emerging concepts, interrelating concepts and testing hypotheses, finding patterns, and generating theory. In other words, ABR constructs qualitative research to be a holistic process of interpretation and analysis.
In ABR, experiential knowledge is viewed as a critical aspect of understanding qualitative data. Arts-based approaches allows for the meaning-making process to be put at the forefront. Lakoff and Johnson explain that our conceptual system is fundamentally metaphorical, which implies that what we experience and what we do every day is very much a matter of metaphor. Because of this, there are implications for how we best reach and engage audiences with social research.
In Mark Turner's The Literary Mind, The Origins of Thought and Language, he argues that the literary mind is the fundamental mind and observes, story is a basic principle of the mind. Most of our experiences, our knowledge, and our thinking is organized as stories. The mental scope of story is magnified by projection. One story helps us make sense of another. The projection of one story onto another is parable.
Based on these findings, here are some of the strengths of adopting an arts-based approach to research. ABR is particularly useful for research projects aiming to describe, explore, discover, and problem solve.
ABR helps to forge micro-macro connections between individual lives and larger contexts.
ABR can expose people to processes of critical consciousness, awareness raising, and empathy, which reveals power relations.
ABR is participatory, as it welcomes collaboration and draws in those consuming final products of the research.
ABR is able to get at multiple meanings, opening up multiplicity instead of pushing authoritative claims.
ABR has representational strength by advancing public scholarship and conducting research that is useful to a broader audience than the traditional research methods.